Allez les Bleus. What a tournament that was for France. What do we make of how they played?
You couldn't really ask for much more from them, to be honest. I think 6 months, however long it is out from a home World Cup, I think all the fans will be very, very confident going into it and will be expecting them to win.
Yeah.
100%. I think going into this, I didn't think they were serious. Obviously, they Ireland got a lucky win over them, but for me, France was still the best team this tournament. With the
So,
way they played. Sorry, Kieran, you have something to say. Let me guess it's about Ireland.
so saying that Ireland got a lucky win over France is ridiculous. They outplayed them in every aspect.
They
And
did.
they,
The James Lowe try just shouldn't have stood. It just blatantly wasn't a
but
try.
Jack, the red
But in
card for
another
England.
day, in another
It
day,
doesn't matter.
that's not right. France have more of a lead and they're more momentum.
No, but
Like
Jack, you can also
What?
argue, say that try is disallowed. France have a line out on their 5 meter. Like, let's if that try like the try was coming, is what I'm trying to say. The way that Ireland played, they were better than France in most aspects of the game. They did deserve to win that game. Whether
yeah,
whether
I'm not
whether
saying they didn't deserve
whether
it, but
his boot, whether James Lowe's boot scraped the blade of grass or not, I think to me is irrelevant because calls are going to go against you. Calls are going to go with you sometimes. Ireland were the better team. Ireland deserved to win.
yeah, but when there's a blatant no try and there's so much footage after the game that shows
After the game, Jack.
The
After the game,
angle,
doesn't
the
matter.
angle was released after the game. The angle was released after the game, Jack.
Kieran, are you part
I'm
Irish?
just on another better, yeah, but I'm just saying on another day that doesn't get given.
Yeah.
France never
Yeah,
momentum. France,
you're right. You're right. On another day, but it wasn't another day. It was that day, and France lost.
And this is
I
the
still,
point that was
I
the point I
still
was trying to make. I was just saying, like, for me, France, yeah, they didn't win the trophy. Ireland did. Congratulations for Ireland. I'm so happy. But France for me were the best team that tournament, and it wasn't close.
What? No, Ireland were so they beat every team by a bonus point, bar one. Tally. Ireland was so clear. They're playing the best rugby. They demolished France, and France even struggled against the Italians in the first round. So I think it's warning signs for France. I know you guys say you're very, very
Uh,
confident, but I say
okay,
it's
okay,
warning
okay.
signs.
Kieran, what do you think was worse the tournament? Struggling against the Italians or struggling against the England team that got battered by 50 points at Twickenham? You tell me. You tell me.
But they still, like, regardless, they still got the win, Taddy. Like,
Okay, and
Well,
Ireland still
France-
got the win against Italy. Like,
listen. If you were to go off performance, I don't think anyone can argue Ireland have performed better this Six Nations. If you go based off of how a team can perform, then it's France. I think France can perform better than Ireland.
yeah,
But this
I
Six
think
Nations, Ireland has performed better.
Ireland have played with their rugby for the year, and I think France are Six Nation are World Cup contenders, and I think Dupont for me probably player of the tournament. He didn't put a foot wrong. I can't tell you a bad performance he had. And the pack, the way they played and dominated games, I thought they were going to miss people like Cameron Wokey and stuff, but they were just still impeccable.
Yeah, the fact that they've got extra gears to go through is scary. Putting 50 points on any England team at Twickenham, no matter how bad they're performing, is something like never seen before. And then obviously backing it up against Wales, not as impressive. But listen, they can they'll definitely be favourites going into the World Cup. There's no doubt in my mind. No matter how, Kieran, would you not agree? What we've seen from Ireland is them at their best. They can't get much better than what they are
no,
now.
They're at their peak.
no, they're
How
not
in
that.
what way can they get better? Do you think?
We can improve in every, like, speed, rocket ball. I mean, I personally would go Gibson Park to get more game time, and I just think Ireland could improve in loads of different aspects, doing things faster, harder, like more ball carries, just like use like the new ideas where they brought. I think it's a Doris, for example, into the midfield. They carried it. Just simple set plays that could demolish teams, and like they're set
Okay,
piece
Kieran,
very.
you want to rave about Ireland? Yeah, you said earlier that they struggled. England dominated them in the game in the forward aspect. So if you want to say
Yeah,
that,
because England were very good. The whole game, yeah, I'm saying England's pack competed with Ireland's pack, right? I didn't say they outdid them. I didn't say they destroyed them. I just said they
they
competed.
were better.
I said, what? I didn't say that. Why didn't I say they were better?
Pretty sure he said
What
England's
are you on
pack.
about?
No, no. To be
I
fair,
said they were. I said they
Kieran
went
said
toe
that
to
they
toe.
pushed. He said that they pushed the Ireland pack. He didn't say that
Okay,
they.
even you said they competed with the Ireland pack. Yeah, England's pack got absolutely demolished by France.
that's two different games where
Yeah,
England were
I
very
think these
home
are
opposite.
two very, very, very different performances from the
What
England pack.
The
All I'm
point is,
saying,
I think Ireland are going out the group stage, and I think the World Cup frauds like they
uh,
are. Every
when you
single
see
World
things
Cup.
like that, it's just not true. They're
It
the
is.
best
When
team
it
in the
happens,
world.
I'm gonna laugh at
Kieran,
you. I'm just keep laughing.
obviously this is a France discussion, so we're going to talk about a team not like Ireland, a team that's an actual contender for the World Cup. And I think for me, I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm looking at France and I'm saying now that even a South African fan, I would be scared. I probably would prefer that New Zealand draw as opposed to that France draw. I honestly think France can yeah, as I said, I think they definitely changed my mind. And I think it's because obviously historically France have been 2011 they got to the World Cup final, they lost. 99 they did it. Like they've had teams that have been very good, but always Jeff Wilson was saying the same thing as well, but haven't been able to, be as determined as this French team are now. But this, I think we're probably watching one of the best teams ever, I think.
Yeah, I think they'll show it at the World Cup. I don't see any other team winning other than France, if I'm honest.
And the fact
So
they're at home as well just boosts their chances even more.
yeah,
100%. The
Well,
atmosphere is
and then,
crazy.
and they'll look to back it up in 2027. It's that simple.
One of the
Yeah.
glaring concerns for me though is Ntmack, and Rohan was saying the same as well. He's not been on he's not been on the money. And
Right,
obviously we've
okay.
got
I
Ntmack
wanna
and
I wanna
Rohan, the next
just I just
caller.
want to clear up what I said. I
Yeah.
said he's not done this Six Nations what we know he can do.
I'm agreeing, yeah.
Against Wales, he was at his best. I
Yeah.
think we can agree on that.
Yeah.
But it's also very difficult for a fly half to get into a game when you have someone like Dupont at 9.
Yeah. But my only thing is he did it 2 years before. It's
Yeah,
not like
but tell you,
it's not like he's not
as much think Ntmack played bad. Every game he had a good kicking game. He contested with most teams kicking.
not against Ireland.
I think he scored in 3 out of the 5 games as well. And generally, for a 10 that doesn't get the ball loads, he still makes an impact on the game defensively as well. So when you've got Dupont next to you, like to do absolutely everything, I don't think you can say he had a bad game because I think it's more him finding his role and then when for him to get on the ball, when for him to kick.
Well, Jack, it's like
I
we were
think
saying last time. When you're someone like Ntmack, your standards increase massively. It's like you're looking at Dan Carter. What a bad game for a normal fly half, right? Or a good game for a normal fly half would be a bad game for Dan Carter.
But he
Ntmack,
didn't play bad in any of the games. That's what I understand. He didn't play bad.
yeah, but he didn't play amazingly either. That's why I said he was all right, and he still needs to. What I'm saying is a concern is because at the World Cup you need to be at your best. If you're playing in New Zealand, you need to be at your best, right? And the way Ntmack has played this tournament is not going to cut it against the All Black. Tell me if you think I'm wrong.
No, it's not. It's not going to cut against the All Blacks.
yeah.
I mean,
I was
All
going to
Blacks.
say I think for them to win the World Cup, they need Ntmack being involved as much as Dupont.
Yeah,
And it's as simple as that. But I'm not scared about that. I don't think that it won't happen. I think Ntmack can easily get himself into games. It just from the coaching staff, they need to give a more understanding between the two and how to bring Ntmack into the game more while still making the most out of Dupont.
does Dupont take a step back now? Do you reckon? What do you reckon he should do?
I don't think he takes a step back. I think Ntmack takes a step up,
Ooh,
which is you can
cool.
do both.
So yeah, what do we think going forward for France in terms of World Cup predictions, that sort of thing? How do we sort of see them doing?
I mean, for
I
me,
think
it's, yeah, they win the World Cup. I don't think they have to change much. They just got to trust the system and know that when they perform, they can beat any team at home in the world.
I don't see them winning the World Cup. They're not on that Springbok level yet. I do see them. I am worried though. I think if we were to get them in the quarterfinal, that's a very 50-50 game. It could go either way. So I'm saying I see either them, South Africa or New Zealand winning the World Cup. It's a 3-horse race for me. They're clear of the frauds like Ireland, but it should be a very interesting sort of tournament, and we'll see what happens.